Where I was asked like 10 minutes ago, what do you eat? What do you eat for 3 meals a day as an American? And I had to be like, oh, I don't eat 3 meals a day. And they're like, why? And I was like, well, I can't afford to. I'm single and I work 3 jobs just to maintain ownership of the crappy house that I'm in now. So what I do is I wake up in the morning and I drink a cup of coffee and I take my medication that helps me not want to unalive myself during the day. And that also takes away my appetite. It gives it back for a brief moment, but
it's happening. Guys, Americans are now realizing the whole world is not America after all, thanks to the TikTok ban. What is Red Note? Previously unknown Chinese app that gains popularity after TikTok ban. TikTok stopped working in the United States on the 18th of January and disappeared from the app stores ahead of laws requiring shutdown of the platform. A Chinese short-form video app called Xiaohongshu, or I like that, Xiaohongshu. Maybe I've got some Chinese in me after all. Known as Little Red Book, it's now the top app in the Apple App Store as social media users look to get out ahead of a potential US TikTok ban set to take effect on Sunday. The app, known as Red Note in English, or the Little Red Book in China, functions like a cross between Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, and boasts over 300 million monthly active users, considerably below the user base of TikTok. Launched in 2013, Red Note is one of the most popular apps in China. It is valued at over $3 billion and has raised nearly $1 billion in venture funding, according to TechCrunch. Listen. We all know why they're trying to ban TikTok. Come on, man. After the whole stuff that was going on in the Middle East with the G side, and a lot of people were sharing their opinions on TikTok and Telegram, and the US government realized, we can't really fully control these apps. We have to ban them. See what happened with Telegram. They arrested a Telegram guy trying to get the back channel, a back door, so they can control what people see on the app. Because all these governments are guilty of this. Even Chinese government is kind of guilty of this as well. They don't want anything that puts the government in a bad light. Americans are just starting to realize now that they've been heavily propagandized. I think Americans are the most propagandized people on the face of the earth. But when they're now starting to mingle now with people from other parts of the world, like China in this instance, now they're starting to realize, oh wow, America's a third world country with Gucci belts. The most powerful country in the world, allegedly. The richest country in the world, no doubt. But its citizens can't afford an ambulance service. You get sick, you get hit by a car, and they want to call the ambulance. It's like, no, I'll just walk it off. I'll just walk it off, man. My insurance is not that solid. I'll just walk this one out. Because that ambulance service can put you in debt for the rest of your life. Americans are just now realizing it. People in the West are just now realizing that, they're a bunch of debt slaves. You own nothing and be happy. Just wait. You've handed over the reins of your country to the bankers. Guess what? Oh, all right. Let's keep going. So now the TikTok refugees are migrating over to Red Note now and interacting with the Chinese over there. And now they're noticing, we have a lot of things in common. And in a lot of ways, the Chinese are living better than us. They're living a lot better. Let me roll the video.
Where I was asked like 10 minutes ago, what do you eat? What do you eat for 3 meals a day as an American? And I had to be like, oh, I don't eat 3 meals a day. And they're like, why? And I was like, well, I can't afford to. I'm single and I work 3 jobs just to maintain ownership of the crappy house that I'm in now. So what I do is I wake up in the morning and I drink a cup of coffee and I take my medication that helps me not want to unalive myself during the day. And that also takes away my appetite. It gives it back for a brief moment, but between the depression and the medication, I usually don't want to eat. So it's okay. It's okay that I can't afford to eat because I don't want to most of the time anyway. And then for dinner, it's it's anyone's game. I take free stuff wherever I can. But most of the time I just try to get something going in the slow cooker, like a roast and potatoes or carrots, something that looks will give me the bare minimum of protein and carbs to keep going. And they didn't know what to do with that. And then I was asked, is it true that you have to pay for ambulances over there? Like if you have a heart attack or something, like you have to pay to like be taken to the hospital in an ambulance. And that was an eye-opening conversation, because I'm sitting here and it's the 7th year after the last time I was taken anywhere by ambulance, and I never paid that bill because it was for 11 miles and it was $19,000 7 years ago. And I never paid that, so I sort of had an internal celebration when it fell off my credit report, which they don't have in China.
$19K. Rah.
Finish your dinner, my Chinese friends, because there are starving people in America.
News that Chinese and American netizens find out about each other on Red You may have seen these drone shots of Chinese cities on Western social media and wonder if they're AI generated. Chinese netizens reply their own photo below the video to prove that they are real. An American said, "I didn't know China has cities so magnificent. This is prettier than New York City. No one ever showed me how beautiful China is." A Chinese netizen replied, "Don't let Western media block your vision." And an American is shocked. "Is this China? Our politicians are a bunch of gangsters. They've lied to us, stolen our taxes." The Chinese citizen replied, "The city in this video is Shanghai, and there are no drugs and homeless people in big cities in China." An American said, "I want to visit now. It's crazy how American propaganda teaches us bad things about China. This looks way more advanced than the US. Chinese blogger asked, "Tell me what Americans think of Musk." An American replied, "He got his money from an emerald mine in apartheid South Africa that used slave labor." Chinese netizens are shocked. "Our internet said he is the great inventor, the giant who changed history." Someone concluded, "So many similar lies in the world. People like to create gods." An Inuit blogger posts about her life in Alaska, and the videos make Chinese netizens tear up. Someone said, "I thank the Red Note for meeting you. This world is so big yet so small. I'm so touched by these genuine cultural exchanges." Another said, "Li Hua finally got his reply." This meme refers to the character Li Hua, who always appears in college entrance exams. Students are asked to write a letter on behalf of Li Hua, who has a friend in a foreign country. A Chinese netizen said, "Chairman Mao is way ahead of our time, because on the wall of Tiananmen Square, there is the chairman's slogan, 世界人民大团结万岁, meaning long live the great unity of the people of the world." An American girl from Iowa was looking for her friend Simon, who was an exchange student from China, and they were best friends for 1 year between 2017 and 18. After he moved back to China, they lost contact. In 24 hours, she announced that she had found Simon, who commented on her video, because Chinese netizens are the world's best private investigators.
你好，我的名字是Tally. I'm already learning over there. I don't feel no type of way about the TikTok ban. I'm already a Chinese citizen. I'm trying to get up in there. They already done lied and tricked us, telling us China did this, China did that. We walked over there. China said, "Hey, y'all." They was over there like, "Let me teach y'all my language so y'all can get into it." And I was a little nervous at first, but now we all on Shahan Shul. We all over there on that red no app. It's real cool over there. But I still like TikTok because that man, he really fought for us. I ain't never seen a Chinese man fight for us a day like that in my life. Never. So I'm gonna be having fun over there. They just mad because we learning so much. Y'all keep tricking us. Y'all already told us Africa look like the slums. Africa is beautiful. Y'all done told us Chinese people, they are enemies. They happy to see us. They said we was their enemies the whole time. So basically, we've been getting played in America. They thought they was gonna take away an app that's owned by a man that's in China, and we was just gonna accept that. Nah, we done packed up our bags and we done moved over there to a real Chinese app, and then now they finna take all our data. Oh, when they take my data, they gonna see a lot of XXX on there. They gonna judge me real bad, but we ain't really got nothing to hide because what are they gonna find from Americans? Well, from using iPhones, we don't even know what's going on over here. We done got lied to our whole life. Now we woke. Now they mad. Now they trying to extend the ban because now they like, oh no, they done went on the Chinese app for real. Nah, we good over there. We good. We chilling. We cool. I don't feel away. Y'all going around interviewing everybody about their little app stuff. TikTok. That's cool. I'm gonna find me a boyfriend over there. I'm gonna get like 2 or 3. I gotta learn more about the culture. I gotta learn Mandarin. All I know how to say is ni hao, and the other thing I said what means is shu. My name is. I learned how to say that. Hopefully they got a Starbucks over there. When I'm done with this court case, I'm moving over there too. Hopefully they ain't all short like America try to make them. I need me a tall one.
The cultural exchange is very good. I'm liking the cultural exchange. It's very good. I really like it when people from all over the world like come together, put their heads together and discuss about things and find out new things about themselves and realize they have a lot of things in common. That really breaks down barriers. You know what I'm saying? Because just sitting down and just consuming mainstream media and getting fed propaganda every single day is unhealthy. It's very, very unhealthy. Greatest country in the world. You've got homeless people everywhere. You've got poop on the streets everywhere. To the point people have to create an app, the poop app, literally, so you can avoid poop on the streets of San Francisco. This is crazy, man.
If you're LGBTQ, whatever, keep it that shit to yourself. There's no gay marriage out here. That's against the law. So keep it that shit to yourself.
There are do's and don'ts in the app, of course, in the Red Note app. You can't go there and start criticizing the Chinese government. You can't go posting promiscuous stuff that's twerking all around, because I know Americans can't help but twerk wherever they go. Like a bunch of Americans in Ghana the other time, in this ancient African ancestral site, and they couldn't help but start twerking. Like, what are you doing? You're disrespecting the culture of the people over there. You're a guest there on this app. Do not go there and start misbehaving. They'll ban you in a heartbeat. It is what it is. This is crazy, man. The people they call your enemies are not your enemies. Your government is trying to play the great game, like they call it. Like Zbigniew Brzezinski wrote in the Grand Chessboard. They're trying to control. Man, there's enough resources to go around for the whole world. Why are you trying to hoard everything to yourself? There's enough for the whole world. There's enough to go around. Trying to demonize this culture, demonize that culture, because you don't want your people. Because the thing is, when you realize, just like in a relationship, when you realize you're being treated better by somebody else than your partner, you're gonna leave. I'll just leave the video right there, man. Go on the Red Note app, interact with people, make new friends, learn about different cultures. I remember when I first came here, when I emigrated over here from Africa, from Nigeria to be precise. When I moved over here, and a bunch of my friends back then were asking me lots of questions. They're very curious about Africa, very curious about Nigeria. Like, they want to know stuff, because all they know is all they see on TV, and all they see on TV is propaganda. They pretty much thought we're just a bunch of people, bunch of bushmen walking around with leaves covering our lawn. Just a bunch of bushmen with leaves covering our genitalia area, walking around like jumping from trees to trees or something. I was like, what are you talking about, man? What big cities over there? I'm like, whatever you see here, you can get over there in Africa. There's not much difference. They're like, what? I remember when one guy asked me if we had toilets in Nigeria. Toilets? He thought we just pooped in the hole of the ground. it's crazy, man. What? Oh, man. Go mingle with people, man. Learn different cultures. Learn about people from yourselves. By yourselves. Don't be spoon-fed propaganda by whatever government it is. Come on, man. Until next time. Adios, amigos.